This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. I'm Rich Lerner alongside my pal Frank Nobilo. We are here in the wonderful state of Georgia, getting ready to kick off the round.
Two for the members, but seeing we're going to play off the pros tee today. The 5th and the 10th hole, which are normally par 5s, will be reduced to par 4s, so a very strict par of 70.
Let's take it down to the tee. Excited to call all the action today out on the course for you. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
That is tasty looking right there from just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
First hole. Settles in over the putt. Frank, I thought that was in. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. And he makes it for par. Here at the par 3 second hole, it's just under 215 yards and really a good-looking hole. The water is not necessarily in play for the professionals. Bunker left and a bunker just short of the green. This is probably a 4, 5, or 6 iron for most of the professionals. The bigger hitters might be able to get there with a 7. Hoping to get this up and down here, Frank, at the par 3 after missing the green.
Yeah, it's not all bad.
Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. Okay, good shot on the dance floor.
It's no snack, though.
Didn't quite have the break on that medium length putt right there. Not a gimme, but well within his range. +1 in the early going. Moving on to the third hole now. Short par 4, under 400 yards. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for 11.
Now the game's #1 player, Rory McIlroy, ready with his approach. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Wow, so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Okay, has it, and stays at 1 over par. Fourth hole now, 440 yards. Right out of the center of the bat. Did you hear that? Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway. We'll settle. Frank, what's the right approach here at the fourth?
Well, this green not only slopes back to front, but also left to right. So you can actually hit the ball slightly left of the flag. The green will feed it to the right.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of...
Solid play, heart of the green. RORY McILROy looking to take advantage of this putt. Has his par. And now the fifth hole in a challenging par 4 here. It is 520 yards long, and Frank, it rewards precision off the tee.
This is one of the narrowest fairways on the golf course, Rich. Not only that, your tee shot's blind, so you're not going to know where that ball finishes up. Fairway also tilts right to left, so you're going to have to hit that tee shot down the right side.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
Leaves that one about 20 feet out from the cup. Nicely played shot. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Been pretty good all day from this distance. Just trying to take care of business. Well, Frank, what do you think of the sixth hole here at East Lake?
It's beautiful. That's if you don't want to play it, that's for sure. It just sits out there. You can see why it's one of the signature holes at East Lake. It's tempting, it's punishing, but it's also rewarding relative to the field.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Routine stuff for Rory. That's a par. Par 4-7, slight dogleg to the left, 434 yards. was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Getting set now with the approach at the short par 4 7th hole. Stuffed it in there really close, and now just a tap in. This will be a birdie if it drops. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. That's a par. Stays at +2. This par 4 is a dogleg left with bunkers and trees on that left side of the fairway, so that should deter players from cutting the corner. Although often thought of as a birdie hole, this 8th has a relatively small, firm green surrounded by a deep bunker in front, thick rough on all sides. Birdies might not be as plentiful as people think. We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Frank, not close, but from that line, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
And getting ready for the putt. Good roll, solid. That's a par. Look at this, Frank. 600-yard par 5 here at the 9th.
It's tasty. You'd think you'd just comfortably smash a drive over there and reach it in 2. Sometimes it works out that way, but they just put a little lake that comes across, and that cuts in the fairway. So if you have hit an errant tee shot, you might have to make a decision.
Excellent looking shot here. Up with the big boys now, Frank.
We saw that previous tee shot go 310. This one's further.
Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second.
There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
What a shot. Setting up for an eagle here. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Oh, I thought he had that. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Just a couple of feet. Makes it and moves to 1 over. This is the second par 5 to have been shortened to play as a par 4. And this hole requires that the tee shot be long and to the left side of the fairway. That allows players to see the putting surface. The second shot will likely be a mid to long iron into a pretty large green. And that green slopes severely from back right to front left, making lag putting from the back a real challenge. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
This is not heading in the right direction.
You know, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Well, that's what separates the good players from the great players. The ability to get it that close from that kind of lie. No, that's not the way you want to start the back nine. Missed putt, bogey, and a drop shot. Slipping just a bit, another bogey, and now 2 over par. 11th hole here at East Lake is just 197 yards. Frank, where's the trouble at this par 3?
More at the front, Rich. You can see why high soft landing shots are well rewarded at 11. Very tight in the front of the screen and then starts to widen up. This is another one that's about distance control, iron play. The par 3s here at East Lake are wonderful. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
And Frank, that steady play continues.
Rock solid. Excellent approach shot.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Rolls in the par putt, stays at +2. Most players will hit fairway woods or long irons off the tee on this downhill par 4. There's an overhanging tree and some deep rough on that left side of the fairway. That makes this hole really tough if you're coming in from the left side. The right center of the fairway, that's the ideal location, leaving a short iron to the green. Just an ideal lie, Frank. What can he do from here?
Well, if he takes advantage of the tee shot now and goes at this flag, then he will certainly gain on the field.
That would be a great look at birdie. These putts keep the round together. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. And a stout par 4 here at East Lake. The 13th, it's 476 yards. This one has a chance to be really good. To attack the flag. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Regarded as a very active player, that shot says it all. So coming off the birdie on the previous hole, a chance now for yet another one.
And momentum all in his favor.
Are you kidding me? He just missed that. I cannot believe that. That was such a short putt. One over for the day. Old oaks and tall pines make this straightaway par 4 a really tight and demanding driving hole. Longer tee shots could leave a difficult side hill stance along the right side of the fairway. That two-tiered green is bunkered on both sides with the green sloping again from back to front. Players placing their ball below the hole will have chances for birdie. That is tasty looking right there from just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. This is position A, right in the fairway, 180 yards to go. Headed for the bunker? A bit unfortunate in the bunker, Frank.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his bunker plays like.
In the greenside bunker here, Frank. Nice to go to the beach, but not too often, we hope. And it makes the green in regulation. RORY McILROY looking to take advantage with this putt. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect. Right? It's going to hurt the course.
Moving on to number 16 now, 481-yard par 4. Not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
This is definitely not going down the fairway.
It doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish. But, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Par for McIlroy. Just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Frank, not close, but from that line, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich. This is an awkward length.
Really rolling at this point. 3 birdies for the win. Now to the final hole here at East Lake Golf Club. And Frank, there aren't too many golf courses that finish with a par 3.
And that's why it's always under a debate whether you should finish on a par 3, especially one of this length. 2s are very, very hard to find on this green. And the reason why there's so many slopes and hollows here, the 2 bunkers, remember the break up and down from Jim Furyk from the right bunker, that's more than possible. But this is it. This is what it comes down to. Somehow make a 3.
And he's made it onto the green.
Even par, currently.
Not too bad, a round of 7. Well, that'll wrap it up for us today. We saw a lot of great golf, Frank.
The course was good. It was gettable for some, but, in the end, it really gave you what you deserve, just the way we want it.
And that'll do it for our entire team. I'm Rich Lerner. Until next time.